Okay, real talk. I've noticed something weird over the last few months and I need to call it out. Guys in their 30s, 40s, 50s and beyond are stuck on one false belief about dating younger women. And that belief is quietly wrecking their results. If you're in that age range, listen up. This idea might be the single biggest thing keeping you single. It's why you aren't meeting vibrant, attractive younger women who would actually be excited to date you. In today's video, I'm going to explode that myth once and for all and give you 6 simple, powerful ways to attract younger women without pretending to be someone you're not. No gimmicks, no fake persona. These are straightforward shifts that let you use what younger men don't have. Maturity, calm, direction, and presence. When you apply them, you won't just become acceptable, you'll become desirable. Women will be drawn to you. I'm Amelia, your personal wing girl. Every week, I give raw, no fluff insight into what women actually respond to, not what they say they want. I hand you instant, practical methods you can use the same day to create real attraction, even with women who feel out of your league. If you're serious about changing your dating life, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's get to work. Because the love life you want is closer than you think. All right, here's the misconception I want to clear up. Most older men assume their age automatically makes them less attractive, that younger women will see them as too old, boring, or out of touch. That's the story most guys tell themselves. But here's the truth. Age isn't the enemy. How you show up is. If you present confidence, emotional steadiness, and a life worth sharing, age becomes an advantage, not an excuse. Now, I'll walk you through the 6 strategies that turn that advantage into attraction. Stay with me. Your age isn't a disadvantage. It's your greatest asset if you know how to use it. Younger women, especially the ones who are intelligent and emotionally mature, are naturally drawn to qualities that most men their own age simply don't have. Qualities like confidence, stability, emotional control, life experience, masculine assertiveness. And this isn't just opinion. Study after study shows it. Women often fantasize about older men, not because of the tired sugar daddy stereotype, but because a man with his life together, who carries himself with calm authority, who isn't desperate to impress, is deeply attractive. But here's the catch. That attraction only works if you match the fantasy she has of an older man. Because when most women think of an older man, they picture someone who's self-assured, grounded, maybe even a little mysterious. A man who knows exactly what he wants and isn't afraid to claim it. That image alone is intoxicating. And if you step into that role, confident, secure, playful, then yes, even if you're twice her age, she'll feel it. Her body will respond before her mind has time to rationalize. And when that happens, any social rules or stigma about age gaps melt away. Now here's the part most men miss. There are specific, proven ways to spark that response. Small things that broadcast confidence and masculine presence without you having to say a word. And the first one is this: strong eye contact. It sounds simple, but it's everything. If you look away, fidget, or avoid her gaze, you signal insecurity. And to a woman, that reads as weak, uncertain, not a leader, not attractive. But when you hold her eyes for just 3 seconds, you communicate certainty. You show you're present. You show you're unshaken. Think James Bond, think Don Draper, even Ted Lasso. They don't glance around nervously. They lock in. And that steady gaze alone can pull someone into your orbit. It's magnetic. It's primal. And it works. Even if you're not James Bond. Butterflies, nicknames, This is one of the most underrated moves you can make. Give her a playful, original nickname based on something real she said or did. If she talks a lot, chatterbox. If she's got that smile, dimples. If she's quirky, whack doodle. Yes, someone actually used that, and it worked. Why? Because nicknames show two things. You're paying attention and you're playful. It makes her feel special, like she stands out to you. Even better, it can turn into your private inside joke, the fastest way to build intimacy. But don't overdo it. The charm is in the surprise. Drop it occasionally, always with a smile. Now, playful judgment. This one's a game changer. Most guys, especially older ones chasing younger women, fall into the trap of trying too hard. They talk like salesmen. I'm successful. I work out. I'm respectful. I'm not like other guys. It doesn't impress. It screams desperation. What women actually want isn't to be impressed. They want to be intrigued, challenged, engaged. That's why playful judgment works so well. Here's how. She does or says something, and you make a light-hearted, exaggerated judgment. Not serious, not insulting, teasing. She orders a martini. Ah, so you're one of those high-maintenance types. She says she loves fantasy novels. Knew it. Closet nerd. You're not really judging her, you're playing. And here's the twist. Instead of you trying to win her over, suddenly she's being evaluated. That flip is magnetic. It shows you've got standards. You're not chasing approval. You already know your value. That's what creates tension. The playful friction that makes attraction spark. And women love it because suddenly they're the ones proving themselves to you. 4. Use small disagreements. Most guys think the way to win a woman over is to nod and agree with everything. She says she loves sushi. Oh, me too. She hates loud music. Same here. She's into astrology. Wow, I totally believe in that too. Stop. That's not attractive. That's approval seeking. And nothing kills attraction faster. You don't want to be the overly nice guy. You want to be real. A man with his own perspective. So don't shy away from disagreement. The key is calmness and curiosity. Not arguing, but showing you're confident enough to have your own take. Example. She says, I love electronic music. You say, interesting. Honestly, I've never really been into it. What is it about it that grabs you? Now you've disagreed, but respectfully. She gets to share, you get to learn, and you've just shown confidence without trying. Or maybe she says her favourite movie is Titanic. You grin and tease. Titanic? Really? So you're one of those hopeless romantics, huh? Now she's giggling, explaining herself, and most importantly, feeling something around you. And that emotional spark is what builds connection. Next, initiate touch, early and appropriately. This cannot be overstated. Most men avoid touch because they're afraid it'll come off wrong. And yes, done poorly, it can. But when done right, touch is one of the most powerful tools for connection. Why? Because it builds trust faster than words. It triggers oxytocin, the bonding chemical. It signals confidence. It creates comfort. And it shows boldness without a single word spoken. So, how do you actually do it? You start small, platonically. A firm handshake with warmth when you meet. A light touch on her arm if she laughs. A quick high five when you agree on something. Even a casual brush of your side as you lean in to speak. These small touches say, I'm comfortable, I belong here, and I'm not afraid of closeness. Once she accepts them, it creates space for deeper connection later, hand-holding, hugs, and eventually intimacy with her full consent and enthusiasm. Here's the danger. If you wait too long to break that touch barrier, she'll box you in as just a friend. And once you're there, climbing out is almost impossible. So, be bold, but never reckless. Smooth, but always respectful. Lead by reading her comfort. And speaking of leading, let's talk conversation. This is where most guys fall apart. They ask one or two basic questions, stall, and then expect her to carry the interaction. Big mistake. If you want to stand out, you have to take charge early on. That means asking thoughtful questions, sharing short but meaningful stories, sprinkling in humour and observations, and flowing smoothly from one topic to the next. You're steering the ship. Why does that matter? Because leadership in conversation signals confidence. It makes her feel safe, relaxed, and excited. Suddenly, it's not an awkward Q&A. It's a real, playful, memorable connection. Now, I know what you're thinking. But what if I run out of things to say? That's exactly why I created a free training video on conversation threading, an 8-minute masterclass that's already helped over 100,000 men keep conversations effortless, magnetic, and fun, even if they're shy or rusty. You'll find the link below, or if you see it on screen, just click it. Trust me, if you want to talk to women in a way that feels natural, confident, and powerful, you need this. So let's wrap this up. If you're serious about attracting high-quality women, and you're tired of feeling invisible, awkward, or like your best days are behind you, listen carefully. They're not. Because the truth most men never hear is this. It's not your looks, it's not your bank account, it's not even your age. It's your presence, your confidence, your leadership. When you know how to show up as a grounded, emotionally strong man, women feel it instantly. It doesn't matter if she's 25 and you're 55. When your energy is calm, steady, and unshakable, she's drawn to you in ways logic can't explain. She'll brush off the judgment from others. She'll forget the age gap. She'll lean into you, feeling safe, desired, feminine, while you feel respected, admired, and wanted. That's the power of real masculine presence. So, here's your challenge. Practice the 6 tools I gave you today. Hold strong, intentional eye contact. Give her a playful nickname that's just for her. Tease and challenge her with light-hearted judgment. Disagree calmly without seeking approval. Break the touch barrier early with confidence and safety. Lead the conversation like a man who knows his worth. Do these not once, but consistently, and you'll become the type of man younger women naturally desire, not because you're pretending, but because you're owning who you are. And remember, confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. You don't need the perfect body, the perfect life, or the perfect lines. What she craves is a man who shows up, grounded, real, and certain. If this spoke to you, I want you to do 2 things. Hit that like button so more men can hear this message. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because every week I'm giving you tools and insights to sharpen your dating life and reclaim your masculine edge. And before you go, click the link below for my free 8-minute video on conversation threading. That single tool will transform the way you talk to women, hold their attention, and build attraction in just one conversation. Because here's the truth. The men who win in dating today aren't always the youngest or the richest. They're the men who know how to connect, with courage, confidence, and charm. And you, my friend, can absolutely be one of them. Thanks for watching to the end. That tells me a lot about you. I'll see you next week with more real talk, more strategy, and more wins. Until then, stay bold, stay grounded, and go after what you want. You've got this.